So welcome to Joy Mathematics again, and now we are dealing with vectors. We'll continue with addition and subtraction of vectors. So we have 5 vectors here. We have vector A, 2, 4, vector B, 4, 1, vector C, minus 2, 7, vector D, minus 1, minus 3, and vector E, 1, minus 2. Now we have 8 questions here, all involving addition, okay, subtraction, and the combination of addition and subtraction. Addition and subtraction. So let's begin. But before we begin, what is the secret to solving this? If we are adding, we will add the corresponding x and y values. Corresponding x and y values. And if we are subtracting, we will do the same thing. Subtract the corresponding x and y values. So let's begin with question 1. A plus B. A, as we have seen, is 2, 4. There's 2 components on the x and 4 components on the y. And B is 4, 1. And there's 4 components on the x and 1 component on the y. So when we add the 2 vectors together, so we are going to add the x values. Okay, we can notice that the operation sign between them is addition. So that will give us 2 plus 4 2 plus 4, and we proceed, and the y values, that will give us 4 plus 1. And resolving this, we'll have 6 and 5. You can see it's easy. Now moving on to, we have C plus D. That's question 2. Our C vector is minus 2, 7. C is minus 2, 7. And our D is minus 1, minus 3. Minus 1, minus 3. So when we add the vectors, we take the corresponding x values. That's minus 2 plus minus 1. And the corresponding y values, or the y components, are 7 plus minus 3. And when we resolve this, we'll have this to give us minus 2 minus 1 and 7 minus 3. So this will give us minus 3 and 4. So we can see that C plus D, the resulting vector, is minus 3 and 4. Question 3 now, we have A plus B plus E. Now A has vector 2, 4, B vector 4, 1, and E vector 1 minus 2. Now we can solve this in 2 ways. Okay, we can resolve this first, then add it to this, or we simply take everything all together. So whichever way is possible, it works. Now let's solve the first way. So we resolve these first 2 together, which is A plus B. Now we can see that we have resolved A plus B here to give us 6, 5. So this will give us 6, 5, and we are adding it to 1 minus 2. Now, so we resolve the x component, that's 6 plus 1, and the y component, that's 5 plus minus 2. And that will give us 7, okay, 7 and 3, because 5 plus minus 2 is 3. Moving on, let's try and solve everything all together. So A plus B plus E. So we have 2, 4. We have 4, 1. And likewise, we have 1 minus 2. So we resolve the x component. That's 2 plus 4 plus 1. 2 plus 4 plus 1. We resolve the y component. That's 4 plus 1 plus minus 2. 4 plus 1 plus minus 2. And with that done, 2 plus 4 is 6 plus 1 will give us 7. 4 plus 1 is 5 plus minus 2 will give us 3. So we can see that this 7, 3 they are equal. So now we have solved mainly on addition: a plus b, c plus d, a plus b plus e. Now let us resolve c minus e. That's question 4. Question 4 says we should resolve c minus e. What is the vector c? The vector c is minus 2, 7, and e is 1, minus 2. C is minus 2, 7, and e is 1, minus 2. Now, since we know the rule, we are dealing with the corresponding x and y components. Now, let's deal with the x components. So this will give us minus 2. Now, notice that we have a subtraction sign here. So it will be minus 2, minus 1. Minus 2, minus 1, rather. And this will give us 7, minus 2. 7 minus minus 2. 7 minus minus 2. Okay, we should use a blue pen there. It should be 7 minus minus 2. So let's resolve now. So this will give us minus 2 minus 1. Okay, and this will give us 7 plus 2. So minus 2 minus 1 will give us minus 3. 7 plus 2 will give us 9. So we have c minus e to give us minus 3 and 9. Question 5. The question 5 says we should simplify b minus d. B is 4, 1. D is minus 1, minus 3. Okay, b minus d. B is 4, 1. And d, as you have seen, is minus 1, minus 3. Minus 1, minus 3. Now let's resolve now. So we take the x component first. That's 4 minus minus 1. Okay. 4 minus minus 1. And the y component, that's 1 minus minus 3. 1 minus minus 3. And when we resolve this, we would have 4 plus 1 and then 1 plus 3. Okay, and this would result into 5, 4. Let's take question 6 now. Question 6 says we should evaluate b plus d minus e. B plus d minus e. Our b is 4, 1, and our d is minus 1, minus 3. Okay, and our e is 1, minus 2. So now you can choose to solve this first and then subtract this from it, but let's go over it once and for all. So we will do the x components. We will observe the signs between each term, between each vector. So this will give us 4 plus minus 1 plus 1. 4 plus minus 1 plus 1. And this will result into 1 plus minus 3 minus minus 2. Okay, 1 plus minus 3 minus minus 2. And when we resolve this now, we'll have 4 plus minus 1. That will give us 4 minus 1 plus 1. And this will give us 1 plus minus 3. 1 plus minus 3 will give us minus 3. And this will give us plus 2. And this will give us 4. So 1 minus 3 is minus 2, plus 2 is equals to 0. So 4, 0. So we have solved questions 1 to 6. Now, this is the exercise that we have for this lesson. We will be requested to simplify these two questions. So we have a minus b. Let's use a different pen. Now you are required to simplify a minus b plus d minus e, and likewise question 8, which is a plus b minus c minus d plus e.